Nick Suzuki, let's start off with this one. He signs an 8-year extension with the Montreal Canadiens for $7.875 million, just under $8 million max. This is the type of deal for me that could look great by year 5, 6, 7, 8. Or, if he continues on his current trajectory, which is, 40 to 50 to 55-ish points a year, maybe it doesn't look all that great in a couple of years, I hate to say this, Max, but a la Ryan Johansson or somebody along those lines. I'm sorry, Max.
It's fair.
But what do you think about the deal overall?
I don't know. We talked about this off air numerous times. And again, I'm going to reference it. 32 Thoughts, the podcast. I heard a great interview with Nick Suzuki a couple of weeks ago. Just how mature this kid is. At 21, 22 years of age, I can't believe the Vegas Golden Knights gave up on this kid. I really can't. I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of funny. I was watching a Steve Dangle trade tree where Nick Suzuki's name was involved with the Craig Rivet sweepstakes from 2007, if you can believe it or not. Amazing how much that trade paid out. But back on Nick Suzuki, this guy's idol is Patrice Bergeron. Last time I checked, that's a pretty good guy to idolize and model your game after. So when it comes to $7.87 million a year, what do you expect? 65, 70 points out of that, win a lot of faceoffs, be a responsible 200-foot player. If he's that for the Montreal Canadiens, like you said, year 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 could be fantastic for them. And at that point, he's only 30 years old, and he could look to cash in on another big ticket before his career is said and done. So for me personally, I really like the move. I think it's a statement move for the Montreal Canadiens. In terms of how they want to develop their identity and their culture going forward, especially with some things going on around their team with, I guess, the old Legion, right? The Carey Prices, the Shea Webbers, maybe phasing out. They're in a transition period when it comes to the top-end talent of their organization. Nick Suzuki, I don't know, man, seems like a pretty good guy to invest in to me based on what he's done in his first couple of years in the show.
Yeah, and again, if he turns into a 60-plus point centerman every year, that's going to look like a nice contract.
Look at his first 2 years in the league, too, right?
He's on that path.
This hasn't, again, it's been a good first 2 years, but arguably some of the most disruptive years any sort of development path has taken for any sort of prospect in the NHL. So